What's good, guys? What's good? What's going on? I hope we're all good today. Just let me know in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. I'll genuinely appreciate that. Just confirm if the stream is good on your side. Just let me know. Hope you have a great day today. Yeah. Hopefully we have a good day today. Trading wise. Hopefully we have a good day. Well, we had a great start yesterday for the month. I think I took my first trade yesterday for this month, which it went well. It went quite well. Yeah. It went quite well. We did about roughly 300-400 points, close to that. So it was a good one. It was a good one. I just hope that we have the same today. You can never know. These markets just, you know, they do their thing. You can never know. But let's do some analysis and so on. Just let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Also, let me know where you guys are connecting from, right? Just let me know where exactly you are tuning in from. Which part of the world are you guys in? Which part of the world are you guys in? I'm trying to explore something here. Okay. Is my sound okay? Loud and clear. We can hear you. Everything is good. That's wonderful. Yeah. The volume is good. Sound is good. Okay. I'm glad it's good. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. I'll do some analysis on Nigeria, Lusaka, Zambia, Kabwe, Luanshya. Beautiful, beautiful. Kenya, South Africa. Okay. Help me by sharing the stream and just click a like. That goes a long way, right? Yeah, just tap the like button. And then if you can, just share. If you can't, just fine. But if you can, just help me share. That goes a long way. It helps me come back here every now and then because I know I have a much better audience to have conversations with, you know, than just being here and feel like I'm just talking to like two people. Okay. But yeah, we never talk to two people at least. All right. Counter square. Okay. Sound is great. Choma Mapanza. Is it Mapanza? I've been to Choma. I don't know where Mapanza is, but yeah, I don't know. I just know this Choma town. I've come around there a couple of times. Kasama. Okay. Livingston. Loud and clear. Beautiful. All right, guys, let's get into it. I was looking at gold here. This is not my actual analysis for today because every single day I come on the streams, or rather if I come on my charts, I always have to like start off an entirely brand new analysis, right? Just so I could understand things a little bit better, all right? So I'm going to take out everything here. Yeah, even what I had yesterday because I day trade. So I know that levels do change every single day. All right. And if they do change, I need to like just ensure that I have like a very clean, a whole new analysis. How can I join your platform? There's links actually right now. There's links. Let me see. Yeah, I think we put links in the description to the stream. Yeah, if you're on YouTube, there's links actually right now. Yeah. So you can yeah, I can see the links right now. You can literally join a couple of my platforms. Most of them are actually free. So you copy my trades and you know, you can have all that good stuff. So just check the links. I have them in the description right now. All right. Just in case anybody's asking. I see one person's already asking that. This is a question we have every single time we're live. All right. Yeah. So even though I'll mention, guys, we have links and people still always ask, which is okay. Fine. Right. So just check the links in the description. Johannesburg, South Africa, Kabwe Town. Okay. I almost said Kabwe Cape Town. As though we have a Cape Town in Kabwe, yeah? Yeah, okay, fine. Let's go, guys. Make sure you add your contributions. Feel free to ask wherever you want to. And let's have a great conversation, right? I come here for that, actually, because I know we have a great community of like-minded traders. And coming here, sharing all this value is just like, you know, it's not overwhelming, but I think it's a very good experience because I know somebody else is learning from the other side. All right, I'll do analysis first in the daily time frame, because I like to understand what's happening. But I see a filthy range. Gold has been ranging. Yeah, it has been ranging. And you can see that, right? Yeah, you can see it on a daily time frame. I think we've ranged from I think July 22nd. Is it July actually? No, it's actually June. June 22nd. We've been ranging since June 22nd. Imagine this is an entire ranging space. Now, if you check this out, you might as well just want to understand if you have highs and lows. Although for day trader, even if you spot these highs and lows, you see how it is that we get to modify them as we go down the lower time frames, right? Because my kind of approach is also kind of like top-down analysis. All right, I don't know if you guys call it that way, where you look at, I can't see my charts on TikTok. I always have this struggle. Let me figure out that, guys. Just give me 1 minute. I can't see them for some weird reason, right? Yeah, I do top-down analysis just to understand what price is doing on the higher time frames. You know, just go down lower time frames. Yeah, and just do that good stuff. It's very important because then you get to see and understand the price action from two different angles. All right, from the high time frames and the lower time frames as well. All right, and of course you get to use your lower time frames for just maybe like entry and exit. Mainly that's what I do for me. Right. Just give me 1 second. All right, I think I can see them now. All right, I can see my TikTok people's comments now. Nice. Do you have a WhatsApp group? No, we have a Telegram group. Yeah, we have a Telegram group which you would find interesting as well. I mean, people do chat and we have great conversations. I think you can check it out. There's links in this same stream right now. All right, fine. Now if you check out this range is, I think, roughly a couple points. If you check from this lower side to here, it's like roughly about like 2,000 pips, 2,000 points, which you guys call it, whatever you call it. But if you check here, candles are printing side to side. Let me check out this. I had an alert here from, I think, yesterday. I wanted price to hit this level, so I get notified. And it's just like, get to know, you know what, price is turning here. Let's make an execution or something like that. Yeah, but what I see here is, if you check closely, if you look at like the daily candle, the most recent daily candles, right? Because that's like my interest most of the time. If you look at this daily candle, you notice that there's a very strong resistance level that's been created right here. Okay, strong resistance level. Based off the fact that we can see this candle, what you guys call an engulfing candle, right? But to me, I would say engulfing, fine. But it's just about the candle breaking the open of the previous candle, and then equally as well breaking the low of the previous candle. So we have these two candles, this bearish one and this bullish one. All right, if you check closely, right, this bearish one and the bullish one. Now this was an attempt, check this out, this was an attempt to kind of like, because price when it went up here, created a high and it came down. This was an attempt to take out this high, but price failed to do that. All right, it's an attempt, but price failed to do that. Now price came down, and what we would expect is, if price attempted to take out this high and it failed, maybe it might not actually go back in that area. Maybe it might want to come down. All right, but that's just like based off the daily time frame. But of course, what I see is the stronghold right now is this level. Okay, I'm gonna say this is an area of interest. When you go down, you see where it is, right? But that's a stronghold right there. Okay, so if you go down from the daily time frame, I like to also look at the 4 hour to just kind of like align with the same analysis, right? Yeah, and readjust my levels so I can see this can come down here based off the fact that we can see these candles right here. All right, and yeah, this can be readjusted to somewhere here as well, and then we can have this where it is. Yeah, makes perfect sense, just where it is, right? If you want to bring it closer, maybe it could be this, but it's a different level as well, right? So we can leave it where it is. But I don't even think we get to use it because of where price is right now on the 4 hour. I don't really think we get to use it as such, right? But if you check right now, the stronghold is this level, right? For as long as price remains below this level, I do think that is still bearish. Of course, I'm talking about long term. I don't dispute the fact that maybe price would want to go up a little bit, maybe to this level. We'll figure out that when we go down a lower time frame. What I see also here is there's a support that's being created here. So it's all clustered. There's a lot of ranges here, guys, if you pay close attention. All right, but I'll show you the levels that I'm interested in so that we can watch them together and then see if we can get an entry from those levels. All right, I hope this is making sense for you guys. Let me just check something here. 1 minute, guys. Right, but that's the 4 hour analysis and the daily. We just readjusted the levels accordingly. All right, and we know we have a support created here. We have the next resistance up here, There could be another interesting level amidst somewhere here, which I'll get to. Maybe I'll look at like volume and then we can figure out the level, because I do use that a lot just to understand which is the level that has the most participation. What trade did you take yesterday? Which one did you take? I took a gold trade yesterday, actually. Yeah, I took a gold trade yesterday. It was a very interesting one. It was a sell on gold. It was a very interesting sell. It was a very interesting sell. All right, just responding to something here. But then we have a support. If you guys see this support here, we have a support that's being created exactly here. I see a strong support being created right here. All right. It depends if the candles close above this area, which I'm coming to shortly. Then maybe we can measure the strength of that, resistance that's amidst around this area. But anyway, let's go down to a lower time frame, right? Let's go down to, let's say 45. Let me check out 45 minutes time frame. Yeah, just to understand things a whole lot better. Yeah, 45 minutes time frame. So don't forget, this level can be adjusted to here, all right? It's one and the same level. It's just being readjusted based off the candle. Same thing here. If I push this to somewhere down here, you can see it's the same level. It's just being readjusted based off the fact that candles are a little bit different on this time frame as well. Hope you guys can see that anyway. What I love to do is to understand the volume too, all right? I love to understand which areas have kind of like the highest probability in us seeing some kind of like reversals or like maybe high participation. And I would use a volume profile too, right? So it's just like a forecasting tool. You guys find it on Exness terminals, and maybe you find it on TradingView as well if you want to. Yeah, but I love to understand the most recent though. The most recent shows that we have an area right here. Okay, very close area that we could watch. This one. Okay. Yeah, there's a level right here. This level exactly here. We'll refer to this as an area of interest as well. All right. There's that level. Price is above it. This would bring me back to my sessions, right? I want to understand where price opened in relation to the current session that we have right now. So you can see we had Asian stations trading range, and we are approaching the high. All right. We're approaching the high of Asian. Now, the high of Asian can act as a very strong resistance level as well. All right. In some cases, price can come there and reject and maybe fall off. Right. But we're going to wait and see what happens. I do think that price can reject it. Let me see. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. I think I didn't do something right. Just give me 1 second. There's something I didn't do right. I was supposed to look at this approach from here. Yeah, this approach from here, actually. So there's a level of interest that it's not this one, because this is the daily open that we have. I think the level of interest is somewhere on the upside here. From there to here. This is the area of interest we have. Right there. Yeah, not the one we put up. Okay, so you want to watch this level, guys. Okay, I'm giving you levels that you can watch even if I was to leave the stream. All right, so at least you know this level is very important. This is a very important level. It has a lot of volume. Price can come here, and then maybe it can reject, or it can create resistance, and maybe it can come down. It's not an indicator. No, it's just the forecasting tool. Just go check it under forecasting tools. It's not an indicator. All right, so price can come around this area, this block, what you guys refer to as order blocks. And maybe you refer to them as resistance levels or maybe supply areas. It's one and the same thing. It's just the change of terminologies, but it's one and the same thing. All right. So I'm watching for this level. I think I had a similar level yesterday. I'm watching out for this level. I want to see if price would get into here. All right. And observe what happens. All right. It might already be fully up there. It might be just like here to retest Asian session high. I want to see what happens there. If I do get a confirmation, maybe price could fall off. All right. The trend ultimately looks more of a bearish one. I should mention this. The trend looks more of a bearish one than a bullish one. The only time that it can become a bullish one is if we take out this area of interest, this block. All right, just take note of that. If we take out this one, maybe we could switch trends. All right, I know sometimes you would think, let's see. If you draw like a trend line, like here, you would say we broke this trend line, right? We have a breakout and something like that. Yeah, we might have it, but I don't think that's what changes the trend as yet. All right, so just watch out for that and just observe the price action that's unfolding here. All right, so let's just watch and see what happens. And then I'll let you guys know if I get an entry. Maybe while we are still on the stream. Yeah. So let's see what happens here, guys. Let me know what else you're looking at. And then maybe I could check it out as well. While using a 45 minutes time frame. Yeah, it's a good time frame as well. It's not a bad one. I would use anything below 1 hour, 30 minutes, 45. 30 minutes, yeah, 45, 15. I don't mind. I would use any of that. There's an OB at that zone. Okay. Share the link in the comment section. Now, what you do, I see you on TikTok and you're saying I share the link. What you do is click my profile image, go to my bio, right? You know a bio? Yeah, like how do I explain a bio? On my front page of my profile, all right, the topmost, there's links there. So just check them out. You probably would get inside my platform. There's like maybe like a link tree compilation of links, then you could get inside. Let me know, guys, what else are you looking at? Then we can check it out. I gave you levels to watch. Look, if price doesn't come here, maybe it starts dropping right here, I would highly recommend you wait for it to maybe break this low. All right, there's a low here. This is this low here. I'll refer to this as a support level. All right. Now let's just refer to this as like a demand level. Right. Yeah, there's a demand level right here. Okay, that you can watch out for in case you want some extra confirmation. If you're trying to get a sell, right, which I will be looking out for personally. All right, I want to see if price can get in here, see what it does. Depending on the volume, I observe. If we get a confirmation, maybe we could sell off there. But if we don't get a confirmation there, I would wait and see if price can come down, break this demand zone, because I know we have clean traffic on the left side. Breaking that demand gives me about roughly 200 points. All right, yeah, 200 points to the downside. And then obviously if we break this area as well, this one, maybe we could go all the way, because the next level of interest, if we break that level, is this one here, which is like 4,000. I personally think price wants to go back to 4,000. I personally think it wants to go back to 4,000. So there's this is 4,000 here. Check this out. Let me put like a price level, right? So look at this. Okay, yeah, but it's actually 4,000 right there. Yes, I don't think price can come back to 4,000, which is the next psychology level. And kind of like an area of interest as well. But let's watch and see. Let's observe the current price action. Maybe we can get a trade from there. All right. Sometimes we can look at the 50 minutes time frame after having all the levels there extracted. Then we can maybe come back here and then just like observe from the lower time frame as well, which pretty much would make more sense. All right. What's your best entry criteria? I use a lot of candlestick confirmations, to be honest with you. A lot of like engulfing candles, a lot of like exhaustion candles. Yeah, candles creating support. I do a lot of candlestick reading to confirm my entries. Start with the closest one. Just give me a second, guys. Let me just check out something. Alrighty, I see that we have bearish volume coming up. This candle is closing bearish. I don't know if that's enough, but I think price is rejecting off slightly close to Asian Sessions high. So maybe that's what's causing it. If you get an entry, please tell us. Okay, fine. I will tell you right here. Tell me what you saw yesterday and how did you trade it? The only problem is that the analysis is gone. But if you go inside my Telegram chat, you'll most likely find it, and maybe you see some analysis there that I dropped. Right. Most of it was based off volume and of course the trend being consistent. All right. A lot of people took advantage of that trade as well with me. Yeah. The Telegram chat I'm talking about here, in case you're lost, let me show you. It has a link as well somewhere in the description here. So the analysis was this one here. So go join the free channel. Then you find analysis right there. I dropped it there. I didn't show the entry though, because this was like around 11. I got the entry a little bit later. Yeah, but yeah, you could use that as reference. Use that as reference. But I think there was lots of volume, and we had a very interesting fib level that price reacted to, and yeah, was a very good trade. Was a very good one. Don't you think it's the right time to sell? Let's watch and see. Let's watch and see. Let's watch and see. Let's watch and see. Yeah, looks like we're getting some volume there. Let's watch and see, right? I'll tell you when I get a trade. Don't worry about that. I'll tell you when I get a trade. If I get it on the stream. If I don't getting on the stream, you need to join my VIP. I will share free trades there too. Just in case you missed the trade on the stream. Maybe I leave the stream or something. What else are you guys looking at? Let me check out the assets you guys are trading right now. Let me know in the chat. I'll look at that right now. Where do you usually measure volume from? Across the recent moves? Yeah. It's just like a compilation of a couple of candles and understanding how they closed. And that summarizes the entire volume. In most cases, I would just look at volume as a body of the candle, right? So one full body closure gives me an idea of the volume, but that volume is never really so consistent. Okay. I'll give an example. If this candle, you see this candle that just recently closed, right? This one, where? This one here. You see this candle here. This candle gives me an idea of the volume that we have currently, which is bearish. All right. But it doesn't really give me that consistent volume. All right. Now, the consistent one has to do with the compilation. All right. Compilation. I'll teach this in my courses as well. It has to do with the compilation of a couple of candles. All right. You have to be strategic as well in your placement. But yeah, you most likely can get it wrong. Sometimes you get it right sometimes. But yeah, just it's what it is, rather. Yeah. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's like and share. TikTok, let's tap the screen, guys. Let's go. Let's tap the screen. Do you always trade live? I always try to come here as much as I can to give trades, and yeah. You can watch the recent streams and maybe you have a better understanding of what we always do when we are here. But I do trade live. Not all the time when I'm live. Sometimes trades don't happen when I'm live. They happen when we leave the stream. So in that case, it's not really actually trading live. It's just like you gave analysis and then maybe you ended up taking the trades later on. BTC is the one I see the most in the chat. So I'll look at that. I see you guys saying you are also looking at BTC. So I'm going to look at that as well. How long have you been trading for? This question I get every single time. But it's interesting that you guys always want to figure out how long I've been trading for. I've been trading for over 7 years. Yeah, not entirely profitable, to be honest with you. I've gone through it personally. It hasn't been an easy one. I'll be very honest with you. It hasn't been an easy one. And that's why maybe it's taken me a lot of time to get to where I am. Yeah. I see some people take 3 months and they do really good. But maybe experience also is the best teacher, because then when you do something for quite some time, you have a bit of experience, and you can avoid certain mistakes, you can avoid going a certain path, and then yeah. But that's how long I've been trading for. That's how long I've been trading for. Wait. Where is this? I'll look at BTC. Just give me 1 minute. All right. What confirmation will you wait for around that area of interest? Some candle closures as well. Yeah. Some candle closures. Mostly some candle closures. And I'm talking about bearish candle closures. Price testing a level twice is a very good confirmation as well. What's in some cases you'd refer to as a double touch. Double tap of a level. All right. Double top, double bottom, whatever you call it. Yeah. What broker do you recommend? I recommend one platform. One platform only. Exness is the best platform according to me. You check it out. You register your account. You know, just see from your personal experience how it goes. But I know you will love it because I think everything is good with the platform. It's a very global, global brokerage fame. Been around for a lot of years as well, and you can trust them with that. You can trust them with your trading experience. Yeah, they've got a great terminal as well. I'm gonna do a video, I think later today or tomorrow, about part of the terminal that they have and how you guys can navigate it. But they've got a very great terminal that looks likened to the one that you guys can see here. Yeah, nothing different. Nothing different. The beauty about it actually is because you can actually even trade on the terminal itself. So the analysis you do, like the one I'm doing right here, I can just basically pull off trades while on the terminal. Yeah, which I think is a very great experience because it makes everything seamless, right? You don't need to move from this to that, from that to that, and so on. Yeah, I'll say lately, most of the time I trade on the actual terminal than any other platform. Lately, I do trade on the terminal mostly than any other platform. Is there kind of like education coming up anytime soon? Probably at a reduced price. I can't say that I have anything like that, Steven. Especially if you mention the reduced part aspect of that statement. I really reduce prices for education because I do strongly believe that education is of so much value. So you don't need to get it at a discounted fee. We do promos here and there, but lately there's been nothing like that. Yeah, I've been hosting strategy courses. I think they're so quite, I would say, more discounted. So if I ever do one, just make sure you can try and join that. I don't know when, but yeah. What did you stop using? Okay, so as you grow as a trader, you get to experiment, and based off experience, okay, you get to maneuver around, all right, and you get to find yourself in better places in the sense of like, because your experience is good, all right. Maybe I moved to Exness and my experience is good there, then I get to like just prioritize the platform, you know, because I don't see a reason of moving from this to that, from that to that, if I have the best experience on this one platform, all right? Yeah, but if I move from one platform, it's because maybe I had a very, maybe bad experience over something. Maybe my execution was delayed. Maybe the spreads were a little bit off. Maybe the customer service wasn't good. I had delayed responses. Maybe my withdrawals were withheld. Lots of excuses whenever it's time to pay out. Yeah, maybe just those kind of reasons, because I think that's what we all look for in a brokerage firm as traders, right? We look for the best of service, the best of withdrawal processing times, right? And the most of, let's say, variety of options. But you just don't want to have a platform that's going to say, you know what, you can only withdraw using PayPal. If you don't have a PayPal account, you can't withdraw. Yeah, so you find a broker that maybe, let's say, they have local payment options. Maybe they can pay you with your Airtel money. We have Airtel money here in Zambia. Some of you guys have, like, let's say what? Okay, you guys, like in Kenya, they call it Momo. It's the same thing here, obviously. But yeah, I mean, the platform has all that, you know, it poses much of interest, then you pretty much just want to use it. Yeah. So basically, what is one thing that changed your life? I'll tell you one thing, and I know this for one fact, right? Everyone wants to know one strategy that changed my trading career. They feel like there's this one thing that changed it. But if I'm really being honest with you, it wasn't one strategy. It wasn't one. It was changing small habits, all right, repeatedly. Like every single time you trade, you get to like understand your behavior on the charts, all right? And when you understand your behavior, you build discipline and you build rules around your trading system. All right. You might not really change the system, the trading system per se, like the technical play out, you know, how you trade and so on and so forth. You might not really change all of that, but your behavior changes every single time. Okay. You observe how you're behaving, you know, your performance as well in correlation. All right. In the process, you build repeated habits, like small habits that you build every single day, every single week, every single month, every single quarter that leads up to something, right? Yeah. So if you ask me anything, it wasn't one thing. It was a build up of a couple of things that, you know, get you to a certain position. It's not just one thing. And we had a great conversation yesterday with one of my students. She's a female student that we onboarded recently, and she's been trading for quite some time. And she says her biggest struggle has been to just put everything together. And I know that's what like one biggest struggle for most of you guys, putting everything together for it to make perfect sense. It's as soon as when you figure out that I think you start to see that profitability, you know, that consistency. All right. And I think part of the play out in it is you understanding yourself first. And I stress that a lot on my streams. Most of the content that I put out around education in my trading space is if you become better, you better yourself, you better your responses, how you react to price action, the better you become as a trader. It's not about you improving your entry game and, you know, improving. You can have the most, the craziest of entries, right? You can have entries that are not even the best, like you enter now, price only goes in profits 3 hours later. Fine. But if your psychology, right, if your psychology is in check, like you've built strong habits, you've built a very great routine, you know what you're doing, you're kind of like unstoppable. What does it take to become like you? Now, it doesn't, you cannot really become like me. It's quite, I don't think that's that's something that's possible. You cannot really become like me, but you can become a better version of yourself. Yeah. And all you do is just study the charts, to be honest. Just study, do lots of study. Right. There's a demand level here. The price played out perfectly yesterday. I put this out for you guys in the chat, in the Telegram as well. Maybe you saw that. The level I'm talking about is this one here. There was this demand level. Price was here. I showed the demand level. Price came close and then it pushed up during New York. Crazy amount of points, to be honest. But yeah, let's do a fresh analysis here as well. Let's do a fresh one. Let's just look at the daily time frame slightly. Yeah, just slightly. It kind of looks like we created some support here that we rejected yesterday. Yeah. There's not much to spot out. I won't do too much. But I'll go down, look at the 4 hour because it interests me. There is a fib level that I observed. And the fib level is from here. That high and this low right here. Observe how price came to 61.8 and then it just rejected, right? Look at that. Price came exactly there and it rejected, right? I'll tell you one thing. The closest level of interest is going to be this one, okay? This one here, okay? And we want to watch this area of interest because if price breaks it, okay, if price comes here, as it's rejecting, we know that every time price rejects an area, it's setting up for sometimes like a reversal, most cases like a reversal. All right, so this is a rejection candle. If it closes as it is, the next candle closes bearish, comes down, breaks this area of interest, guess what would happen? Price would go down. That's what would happen. Are you trading NFP? We will see about that. Very crazy move. I got cooked like Alex G. Oh yeah, it happens to the best of us. We all get cooked at some point. I get cooked too. Lots of time. I try to control it though. Yeah, nobody doesn't get cooked in trading. Like you find yourself in a bad trade and all that, but you know, you have to control it with how you're risking, and your psychology has to play a huge role. Yeah, I can tell you that other questions you get asked, pro firms and synthetics. Yeah, they ask me a lot of that. Yeah, I'm glad you noticed, Joseph. People ask, what pro firm do you use? And I'll never answer that question. I'll never answer that question. Do you trade synthetics? I can answer that one. I don't trade synthetics. Yeah, I used to. I just don't. Don't ask me why, because I know you always want to ask me, like, why? Why do you trade? Why don't you trade synthetics? I just don't. How much is your mentorship? Check the links, bro. Like, you best understand than if I give you one price here, because there's a couple of offers we have. So go check the links in my bio. Then you see the offers, and you can pick whatever you want to go with. Do you work besides trading? No. Trading is my work. Yeah, trading is my work. I could do other things, but that's not my work. My work is trading. Yesterday, BTC signal was fire. Oh yeah, that was a good one. Is it about the win rate or the risk reward ratio? I think the risk reward ratio plays a huge role. But in as much as the win rate does, those are not parameters that I really kind of like observe so much personally. But if there's one I do between the two, is risk reward ratio. Have you traded Pro-Firm Challenge before? Yeah, I have. I've done one actually in public site. Like, most people followed it on my Instagram. Last year, was it? I don't know, 2025, 2026? No, 2024? I even forgot. Something like that. We ultimately made about $21,000 in payouts. Yeah, we did 21,000 in payouts in 3 months. I'm not promising you anything like that will happen to you. Trust me, it wouldn't. It's a skill set. These results all depend. They all vary, right? So it's not like if I do the same, you do the same thing too. No, it's not like that. It doesn't work like that. Anyway, rejection candle here, guys. It means that price can be respecting this resistance right here. Okay? It can be respecting that resistance level right there. Okay? But let's go down to a lower time frame. I won't look at 45 or just go down to 15. At least you guys know what I'm looking at from that higher time frame. Let's see. This level should be where, let's see, for our, that level should be readjusted. Yeah, this one needs to be readjusted. So this level is just pretty much should be exactly here. I hope you see these levels. Sometimes they're a little bit tiny, but yeah. Yeah, there's a level right here. Okay, this one. So this let me put this here. Okay, this is a top of a fib level. Okay, I'll put like a header here. All right, let me put like a header. Let's put this here. Okay, this is a top at 61.8 percent fib level. Okay, that's a top on it. All right, could price come back there? I wouldn't be shocked if it did that. All right, I'm not expecting to do that anyway, but I wouldn't be shocked if it came back there. All right, what else am I watching out for? There's a level right exactly here. Okay, which I did, I think, I put a line. You guys can see. No, you guys can't see the level right here. This one. All right, if we were to break this area of interest, I know that we could go down to here, because this is our 20. No, this is a 50 level. This is our 50% fib. No, is it? No, this one. This is a 50% fib. Yeah, this one's 50. There's a level of interest here. So I know if we break this area, we could go down here. All right. It's going to take a lot for us to break that anyway, but I see that we are rejecting Asian Sessions high. This is Asian Session high. So we're rejecting this one. We're falling below here. If I were scalping, let me show you. If I were scalping, where? Okay, there. First, let me do this. Let's check for something. Yeah. No, we don't get it. Let's get it to the current price. No, we don't get it still. Let's do this. Yeah, there we go. We get it now. Perfect. We have lots of volume around where price is right now. Okay. And the volume could be maybe a shift in trend. All right. This area here. Area of interest. I have so much on my chart, I know, guys, but if you know my strategy, you understand every bit of what I have here. Okay. It's not to crowd up the chart, but if you understand how I trade, you pretty much have an idea of everything that I have here. All right. Yeah, fine. So let me tell you, I would watch out for this level because right now price is breaking it. Okay. But if price comes back for retest, I would execute a sell. Personally, I would execute a sell because I know price can come down. All right. So overall, I do think that we are bearish here on BTC. And I think that price can come down to this level here. Alrighty. It just depends on where you're going to time your entry. All right. You also don't want a situation where you get in exactly where price is and then it goes up. All right. So wait for it to leave this zone slightly. Let it leave this zone. Maybe it comes back to here. Maybe go back for retest. If it doesn't do that, let it break this area. Then you can look for a trade somewhere here. Let it break this area. Then you look for a trade somewhere here. Maybe price can go down further. All right. Yeah. So I think that's what I'd watch out for here. That's what I'd watch out for here. That's pretty much what I would be looking out for. Yeah. How did you learn to manage your emotions, the emotional side of trading after entering positions, especially when it initially goes in drawdown? Your risk management plays a huge role. It will play a huge role in helping you avoid acting more irrational, like in an irrational way, like impulsive and so on. Your risk management will help you. Guys, that's not an indicator. I've said this a number of times. Please. But even if I told you, you won't know how to use it. Maybe reasons why you might want to sign up for my courses. I have a free one too, like a free beginner course. I'm adding more videos to it very soon, so you can check it out. All right. So that's not an indicator. It's pretty much not. All right. Let's like and share, guys. Let's like and share the stream. Let's go. Let's like and share the stream. Crazy to think I caught it from the top already. Massive respect to the knowledge you keep sharing. Nice. Beautiful. Yeah. I would expect somebody to catch it from here because of that fib level. Yeah, this fib level we have. I would generally expect somebody to catch it from here because we have a fib level here. Generally expect somebody to do that. Yeah. Interesting, actually. If you did, big ups to you. It's a measurement too. Yes, it is actually. Nas100 analysis. Yeah, maybe I'll look at that. Then we can end with that one. Yeah. How often do you trade every single day? 1 to 2 trades, sometimes 3. Yeah. Brother, BTC has so little volume. Why would you be trading it? Is it required for your strategy? Now, BTC has volume. I don't know what you mean by it doesn't have volume. It has lots of volume. Did you see what happened yesterday, though? Did you see this? Do you know that this happened in fact, if I put this from right here, this happened in like freaking 2 hours. Yeah, that push up. 1,400 points in 2 hours. Tell me there's no volume right there. Just tell me. Look at this move in Asian. This move in Asian. 800 points in 4 hours. Tell me there's no volume. There is. I don't know what you mean by that, but there is lots of volume right there. Yeah. Look at gold. Okay, fine. Let's check out gold, right? Let's check out gold. Let's go check out gold here. Yeah, it's pushing up. I told you that I'm waiting for price to get into this area. All right, this one here. It's quite a big level. I could resize it to this because I could take out the exhaustion part of it. Yeah, so I'm waiting for price to get into this level here. Yeah. I want to see what happens when price gets in here. If it doesn't, I want to see what happens if it breaks this demand level. Yeah. So we're going to observe. What does it take to become like you? Maybe you have to learn what I know about the markets. Probably it's going to help. But you cannot really be exactly like me. It's just a pity you can't be. New month, do another VIP promo. You guys love promos. You guys are very cheap. I being cheap guy. Let's look at Let's look at Nasdaq, right? Should we? I'll give you guys 3 analysis: gold, BTC, and Nasdaq. All right. If you want to follow all these trades, okay, when I get a setup, rather when I get an entry, you could join any of our VIP platforms. Okay. I'll put up the links. I'll put up the links inside our Telegram chat. Okay. I'll put up the links. Okay. Yeah, you guys are very cheap. My son is making lots of noise so early in the morning. I think he's also doing this on purpose because he knows that I restricted him from coming in here. So he's just gonna do everything. Actually, we could trim this level to just this. Yeah. We could trim this level to just this. We could. I just observed something. This candle closure here. We could trim that level to just that. Yeah. I'll share this analysis in the Telegram community. Let me share it right now, actually. Yeah. I'll not call out any trades on the analysis itself because I don't want people saying that I told them to sell and I told them to buy. I hate that. Only if you are in a signal platform, yeah, you get something like that. Some people will always just do the wrong thing. So I'm just better off sharing the levels that I'm looking at, and then you kind of like just make your judgments if you are going to follow my chart. Yeah. Wait. Can't see this chart here. Do you have any seminar coming up? Yeah, actually, I have a interesting seminar coming up soon. I'll let you know the details very soon. I have a very interesting seminar coming up. I can't see the chart that I saved here. Why? Wow. Can't see it. Let me just do this again. Okay, I think I found it now. There we go. Please look at Nasdaq. Yeah, sure. Just give me 1 second. Okay. So no trades on the stream today. For now, we have no confirmation. So rather than forcing a trade, maybe we just wait for when we get a setup. Okay. And if you want those pop-ups and, you want to be updated and all of that, I tell you guys this for free, that you can join this platform. It's free. Okay. It's 100% free. All right. Yeah. I share some of the trades in here. Not all the trades, of course, but I do share some of the trades in here. All right. Yeah. So you can join it like yesterday's trade, 3rd of August, sell trade. This one. Great turnout. We hit 2 TPs. If you were inside, you know the exact time I'm selling. I saw that around 3 p.m. Okay. So if you were inside, okay, fine. Now he's selling based off the analysis that he showed in the morning. Now he's selling. So you probably ahead of time as well. Okay. Yeah, so you could check it out if you want to. Have you ever tried using SMC before? And if so, how do you advise upcoming traders with the strategy? Look, every strategy works. Every strategy works. SMC, everything else, all of them, they work. It just comes down to in whose hands the strategy is in. All right? Because some of you guys cannot understand maybe the SMC concepts. It's maybe a little bit sophisticated. There's some people also who find my trading strategy sophisticated. All right. So it just kind of feels like it's in whose hands the strategy is in. All right. Because I feel every strategy works to some extent. All right. I know a lot of profitable traders. Some of my friends who are very profitable and they're using SMC. Bro, move out of there. Okay. Come this side. Come this side. Yeah. Okay. Bro, my son is on holiday, so pardon the noise on the streams here and there. My son will keep me busy every single time when he's on holiday. But his school's open on the 10th. Can't wait for that, actually. Let me check. Yeah, his school opens on the 10th. So he's very busy when he's here. He's very, very active. Yeah. Let's look at Nasdaq, right? I'll share the analysis later. Let's look at Nasdaq. Let's check out Nasdaq. Let's check out Nasdaq. Strong bullish trend from what I see already here. Very strong bullish trend. Price gapped here. Was it Monday, early Monday morning? I think price gapped here. There was a 4 hour, yeah, 4 hour. We still have a gap somewhere here. I think we're getting close to a significant area of interest, which is this one here. He's used. I'm not always on the stream, so he can come in when I'm trading and all of that. But now he's like, you've locked the door for me. Okay. Yeah, let me check him out, guys. 1 minute. Let me check him out. Okay. Sorry, guys. Little distraction for the right reason, actually. Anyway, fine. We have a very strong resistance level here. This one. All right. And I do think that price is still headed towards that direction. Nasdaq has been very bullish. I still do think that price, there's nothing really stopping it right here. I don't think there's anything. It's just time, really, that it needs to get all the way to where it has to get to. But I don't know if that's going to happen during London. I highly doubt that. But I also feel like there is a level of interest that we could look out for around this space. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, there is a level of interest right somewhere here. Let me show you that. There's a level exactly. Or it would start off from here to somewhere down here. Okay. There's this level of interest here. Okay, it's acting as a support level currently. I'd want to observe what happens if price would come back in this level. Of course, it did already, and maybe the idea would be that if it did that, you want to maybe like look for a buy here, which is a good one. I won't lie. It gives you a very tight stop though, because your stop would be like something like this. Maybe you'd want to scalp it to somewhere here. 1 to 3, fine. Right. Although I still feel like this market is headed all the way to 29,160. All right. Yeah. I personally love trading Nasdaq during New York than London session. I've always observed that movements would not be the same in London as of, let's say, New York session. All right. But this would be a very great scalp if I saw this earlier. Right, but also if maybe you want to take it from here, it would still be a great scalp if this candle closes bullish as it is, because it breaks the high of the recent candle. All right, yeah, I think it's bullish. I'll wait for that New York session volume, and then maybe we could catch the buys back at this level. I do think that price would want to come back here. Yeah, you guys watch out for these levels, right? Because they sometimes would work out in New York session or something like that, right? So let's watch out for these levels. I think there's a lot of opportunities today that are coming up, right? So inside here, I think price would react. But if you were to execute a buy right now, I wouldn't. Okay, doesn't mean you can't. The trade makes sense, but I just wouldn't because of the fact that it's not really the session that I like to trade this asset in. Yeah, but if you're to execute a buy here, you want to put your stop, let's say something like that. It still makes perfect sense, to be honest with you. It still does. Right? I don't know how long of holding you do, but it still makes perfect sense if you're to do something like that, right? But cool. I'll wait for price to come back in this level. I do think that there will be a very strong retracement. They happen a lot during New York. Like, look at this. Okay, look at this candle here. Do you see this week? It happens in New York, right? So maybe we have, you know, the open of the session right there. Quickly after, we have the open of the exchange at 3:30, and then we see that massive wick exactly at 3:30. Then price goes up. Then we see the volume coming. I want to see a situation like this today around this area. All right. So I'm thinking we could get that. Maybe price coming back, rejecting this level, comes back, closes bullish. Maybe I look for opportunities for price to come up. All right. Yeah. So that's my outlook, guys. Basically, all-round analysis on all these assets. I hope you got it. I hope you guys understand exactly what we're looking for. I hope that you don't miss these trades as well. Thank you so much for that insightful feedback. May God continue blessing you. Thanks, bro. Thanks. Appreciate that. It's okay to say hi to him for us. Yeah, I just did. I took that long on NQ. Insane. Yeah, it was insane yesterday. It really was. Yeah. Just that I had a trade on gold already, so I couldn't get into that trade on Nasdaq. Yeah, tell me the feedback, guys. What else are you looking at? I'm not gonna look at it now though, but yeah. Are you using the fixed range volume 2? That's default settings. Yeah, I am. How do you see Trump strategy? I don't know about a Trump strategy, bro. Like what is that? I never knew there's a Trump strategy. What is that? You guys have a lot of sophisticated strategies. What in the hell is a Trump strategy? When next are you going live on Extern's page? I think it's next week. Yeah, I think next week, Tuesday. I'll let you know when I go live there anyway. It's a different ball game there as well. So I'll let you know when I go live and I'll share some insights and all of that. For some of you guys who always want to understand my journey, how I got here and what I'm doing to date, I'll share most of that on those streams. Yeah, my current trading setups, stuff like that. Yeah, guys, we'll wrap up the stream. No trade on the stream currently, but if you may go join the VIP platform, I tell you one thing, it's going to help your trading, because sometimes it's not about how often, you know, you get the setups. It's just about the win rate, like how often we get to win. Yeah, so far this month we've taken one trade. It won. Let's see what happens today. We hope for the best as well. If I do get a setup, obviously I share it. Just go make sure that you join this platform. There's links everywhere in my description. All right. It's actually automated. You just interact with the bot. The bot gives you access straight up into the platform. All right. Yeah. So just go do that, guys. And then I'll see you inside. Born to Trade, big shout out to you for making it on the Excellence Pro. Thanks a lot, bro. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Thanks a lot. Hi, first time here. Hey, hope you're good. It's the first time. Check the links in the description. Get inside the community. All right. There's a lot of stuff going on there that I do think that you'd find helpful. I'm constantly updating what I'm doing. Yeah, constantly updating. All right, let's go, guys. Let's go. What are some of the things you always wanted to find out? Let me end on that note. What's some of the things that you always wanted to find out? I took that long on NAS, but when I saw SP dip slightly and even more, I had to get out. Okay, makes sense. What are some of the indicators you use to understand the change of direction in terms of correlation of assets? Okay, that's a good question, actually. I'll give you one, all right? I'll give you one. I'll give you one indicator. I'll give you one indicator. It's not the one you expected. Yeah, but for correlation of assets, there's one indicator I'll give you, DXY. DXY is very good because it's like a measure of the dollar's value across different intervals. All right. So what I normally do is I analyze this like the long-term picture. All right. So you can see I've had analysis here. Look at this. So this has been helping me to understand the flow of any USD paired assets like gold. All right. So depending on, like you can see there's a level here. Price came top this level. So if it starts buying here, I know that gold starts to sell. If it's selling here, I know that gold is what? Is buying, right? Yeah. So if you check this massive sell that happened, if you check like from July 29th July all the way till, okay, this is still 29th July. Yeah, it's not all the way. No, to 2nd of August, all right? If you go correlate this with, well, that's the sell happening there on DXY. If you correlate this with, let's say pound, let's say where's pound USD? Pound USD, okay? You will notice that there was a sell-off there. And 29th, look at this, okay? 29th to 2nd of July, there was a buy on pound USD. Isn't that amazing? I hope you see the correlation, right? Yeah. So DXY is like a measure of the dollar's performance. It's like an index. The same way Nasdaq measures the performance of all US tech stocks, right? You guys know that Nasdaq measures the performance of overall all US stocks, right? So then you can know that, I mean, all US tech stocks. So if you want to understand the next move on, let's say on Apple stocks, if you have investments in that, or if you trade that, you want to understand the next moves on Nvidia, Amazon, and all of that, you can pretty much just derive the performance of Nasdaq to pretty much get to understand the next move on assets like you know, Apple, maybe Nvidia, maybe, yeah, all these tech assets that, you know, is like tech giants in the United States, right? Same thing. So I use DXY quite a lot, like often. So most times I would have, though the challenge, and I'll show you guys the beauty about why I still stick to Exness Terminal, right? I told you guys the story earlier that, look, lately I trade so much on the Exness Terminal, right? There are times where I want to look at two charts side to side, right? So like in this case, if I click layout on my trading view, and then I put like, I want to have two charts, they want me to have a subscription, right? They want me to upgrade. So I don't have a subscription right now on this trading view platform. But the beauty is this, okay? I can go to my Exness terminal. This is now my Exness terminal, right? So on my Exness, normally what I do is there's a button on the top right next to the button that says saved. So you guys can see it because my screen is a little bit cut. So I split the screens like sometimes like this, just to watch, okay, what's happening on DXY. Or I can split them like this to watch, okay, this is gold. Maybe I'll put my gold chart up here, all right? Maybe I'll change this to like a whole different chart as well, all right? Maybe I'll put like, okay, maybe I'll put like, okay, I changed the whole thing. Maybe I'll put like a different chart here anyway, just to observe the ideal performance of a different asset, all right? So then I can compare both of these charts in the sense of like correlation, all right? Yeah, hope that makes sense. I think it should for most of you guys anyway. Yeah, so I use DXY quite a lot as well. So like I know right now, if you check out DXY, there's a level that is kind of like, you know, holding it. There's this exhaustion level that price got in, all right? I'm expecting this to hold. So if this sells off, we could expect price to buy on gold, right? But I don't expect this to hold like today in a sense, right? But again, I'll observe the price action that we get here, all right? If this doesn't hold, I think there's a small margin to push maybe to this other level, which is this one, all right? Which also has an exhaustion level, which is pretty much that exhaustion, all right? So there's still a little bit of space for price to maybe move, you know, from here maybe to here, a few more points away from this level. before the next push or something like that. Yeah, so I'll observe the performance here just to understand what happens on the other assets as well. All right, that are paired with the dollar, basically. Okay. All right, guys, I'll end the stream right here. Hopefully, we had an interesting one. Okay, someone has a question. Exxon's terminal settings in terms of candle replay. Yeah, they have the candle or the bar replay. Yeah, so you can just play back the candles and so on. On DXY, my question on DXY is gold analogy. You made it that. How do you see the DXY gold consolidates like currently on the daily time frame? Look, even though there's a correlation, right, it cannot always be that strong, right? It is there because it's paired with the dollar, but it cannot always be that strong. Sometimes it can overpower the base, all right? There are times where it can't really overpower the base. But yeah, you get to find that correlation being more consistent, actually. Yeah, so guys, I'll end the stream right here. Thanks for showing that feature on Exxon's terminal. In TV, you literally have to pay to you. Yeah, in TradingView, you have to pay to use the split screen and all that. So go check it out. So you can pretty much, if you want to have like 2 screens and whatever, you just have it much more easier. Are you still waiting for sell on gold? Yeah, I'm still waiting for sell on gold. I'm observing what is happening right here and what will happen on this level. Okay. I joined late. You can always rewatch the stream. And I'm posting all. Yeah, I'll post all the analysis that we've done inside the TradingView. I mean, the Telegram channel. Okay, not TradingView. The Telegram channel that we have, the free public channel. Right, so go check them out. All right, I'll post them right away so that you guys can have an idea of everything that we've discussed here and what is my projection. Okay. Yeah. So go join this one here. I'll post them all down here, just like I did yesterday. All right. I gave you guys trade updates, and you just look at the chart and see the levels, and you can follow them if you want to as well. All right, guys, have fun, trade safely. I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully tomorrow, maybe later today. We'll see. If I feel the need to come back on the stream, I always will. But it was an interesting one, right? Yeah, have fun, trade safely. And please don't blow that account. Okay, don't blow your account. Take it easy, one trade at a time. It's not a race. You're not racing against anybody. Just take your time, and 5 trades in a week is better than 50 trades that blow your account. 3 trades in a week is much better than 50 trades that blow your account. All right, so just take it easy, right? Yeah, have fun, guys. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next one. I guess it's peace out from me.